What's up, everybody? Welcome to Relationships with EJ 80 Proof. Y'all know we be talking about that talk. Today we're gonna talk about should your man defend your honor and how far does the other guy have to go before he get his ass whooped? But y'all know how we do. 30 seconds. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Relationships with EJ 80 Proof. I'm just asking the question because everybody's been talking about it and people been telling me, this is uh, an issue of relationships. So you got to talk about it. I was like, I ain't talking about it. They were like, you got to talk about it. So here I am talking about it. Okay, so here we have it. My question is, do you think, well, that came across the screen pretty fast there. Do you think a man should fight another man because he disrespected his woman? Now, I read the question because it's up there already, but I'm just gonna talk about it like this. Some people feel like, you know, there's no reason for violence. That violence is just, it's just not necessary. You could talk your way out, you can walk away, you can do all those kind of things. But my question is, the guy could do all those kind of things, but does that change the perspective of his woman? Does that change the perspective of how he feels as a man? Is he really defending her, or he's just defending his own pride because you did it right in front of my face, so if I'm a man I got to get at you? I don't know, because it's so intertwined. So what do you think? You think that it's just a matter of pride, or is he really defending his woman? I'm going to give a little bit for people to jump in case you're wondering. Vodka and orange juice. Yes, I do drink on this show. This is the only way I could do the show. But while we're waiting, I just want to remind you that every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, we will be going live with a different topic. Um, we changed it to 8 o'clock because a lot of people were saying that 6 o'clock was too early. They were just getting off work, and by the time they put the kids down and took the shoes off, it was already 6 o'clock, and and it was just too much of a rush. So I moved it back to 8 o'clock. Hopefully, people have time to settle down before they log in. So every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, we will have a live show with different topics. Also, go to my YouTube channel. You can just type in www.ej80proof.com and it'll take you straight to my YouTube channel. I have a truckload of videos talking about different types of subjects, and I'm really giving you my insights on how these things go regarding relationship. So check out my YouTube channel. I'm also on Facebook. I'm also on Twitter. I'm building my Instagram account, and I'm trying to learn how to use Reddit. So if you're familiar with any of those platforms, I will be there. But when I do the live stream, I usually go live on Facebook and YouTube. So you can always catch me there. Also, my website, my email address is ej80proof at gmail.com. If you want me to talk about something, if you have title suggestions or show suggestions, you want to comment about the background here, I would prefer that you left it in the comments box. Oh, if you wanted to join me on a live show, drop an email letting me know that you want to join me on a live show for the following week, and I will definitely get back to you with the information on how you can do so. Okay, so that way we can work together, and maybe we'll even learn something for each other from each other. Mhm. I'm also going to start posting these events with more more notice. I have finally figured out my live stream calendar, so we will be doing that much earlier, so you'll have time to let me know that you want to join in. Okay, well, we're 6 minutes in, so we're going to get started. First question: do you think men should fight another man because he disrespected his woman? It has been brought to my attention that disrespect is also a fluid concept, because I might look at it, and if you say, if I'm walking with my lady and you're like, oh man, uh, honey, you should leave him and get with a real man, I think that's a little disrespectful. Or be like, damn, baby, you got a fat ass. Ah, yeah, that would be disrespectful. But Joe might be like, man, that dude is stupid. That don't mean nothing to me. He might not even consider it disrespectful. He might be like, hey, that's a compliment. Cause yeah, my wife does have a fat ass. So he might not take it that way. And his wife might be like, yeah, I got this, but it's all his. So she might not take it. So it might be like, what's disrespectful for one person might not mean nothing to the next person. you know so I would like you would have to tell me what is disrespectful to you. If a guy told your woman right in front of you that she has a sexy body, she has fat ass, big tits, or something like that, would you consider that disrespectful? And if you did consider it disrespectful, do you think it's disrespectful enough for you to put your hands on that man? Dude. you know That's the question. So a lot of people, some people might say, yeah, well, you know what? If he did it in front of me, obviously he was expecting me to say or do something. So he was out of pocket. So I'm gonna have to punch you in the pocket. That kind of thing. Some people say that it's just not worth all of that. Oh, I personally say that uh, over words, no, no, not no, kind of, sort of, no. If I'm walking past and we passing, right? We passing. And then some dude walk by and he turns around, God damn, baby, that ass is fat. I'm not gonna be like, yo, okay, hold my coat. I'm not gonna be like that. But most likely I'll be like, oh, this dude is stupid. And just keep going. Cause there's a guy passing by. But now if he turn around and start following, hey baby, come here, why don't you leave him? And he's following us, then yeah. I might have to go over there and see if his bank is open so I can cash his check. But but I look at it like he's following me, it's threatening. Hey, what up, T? What's going on? Thanks for jumping in. We just got started. Well, we just gonna throw up that first question. so you can see what we talking about. Absolutely, absolutely, 100%, Eddie. Today in today's market, back in the days, man, we just gathered in a circle. We put them hands up, and that was just, however it went. It just went that way, and that was it. Today, they shooting people, they stabbing people, they doing all kinds of craziness. So yeah, I mean, even the principle of a one-on-one has gone away. Now you fight one guy, you have to fight all 50 of them. So you're right. You got to be careful. So, hey, what up? How you doing? Wow. Okay, okay. But like we were saying, it could be a little complicated. And Shay said you have to catch these hands, you know. But you're saying that he got to catch the hands because he said something or because he tried to follow you, like I was just saying a minute ago. Because he disrespected your lady. You just got to turn around and you just got to put them hands on her. See if that man could, if there's any movies playing or for all them wolf tickets he's selling. But the question is if you should do it. Now, Shante just said, I mean, Deshaun just said that, yo, you disrespect and you going to get, yeah, you disrespect, you're going to have to get hands laid on you like you was in church. you know. And I get that because hey, listen, these dudes gotta know that you just can't play yourself like that. But I think this have to be some kind of moderation, some kind of control in there. It's not like, hey, baby, you got fat ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it should be if it should go that quick. Maybe like, yo, man, stop playing with me. Something like that. You know, you might end up banned from the Oscars for 10 years. I'm sorry, that was a different show. Anyway, Deshaun, thanks for jumping in. Appreciate the comment. Uh, um, excuse me. So we're gonna go. We're gonna move on to the next question. The next question is for the ladies. Ladies, would you let your man fight another man because you disrespected him? Now let me say something. The word "let him" is a very very light term I'm using because if a man decides he's ready to put some hands on somebody, there's really nothing you can do to stop him from putting his hands on somebody. But what I'm saying is that would you even try to stop him? So you walking down the street, you walking with your man, y'all chilling, and the guy turns around and he looks at you and says, "Hey, baby, you got fat ass. That looks good. Bring it over here." And your man turn around and be like, "Oh, hold my coat. I'm gonna put hands on this dude." Would you be like, "Give me your coat, baby. Go get him"? Or would you be like, "Honey, come on. It ain't even worth all of that. He's just being stupid. Let's go." So what do you think? You think you would encourage him to go forward and put his hands on that man, or would you try to discourage him and try to tell him he's being stupid, just let him go? Because you know what? The reality of it, disrespect to women and disrespect to men mean two different things. It means two different things. Where a woman might be like, "Yo, it wasn't even worth all of that," you know. That's crazy. He didn't disrespect me. How did he disrespect me? And the man, like, "Oh my God, you didn't see what he did? You didn't see what he said? Did you see how he was looking me in my face like he was daring me to do something? You didn't see all of that?" And she's like, "Honey, relax. I didn't none of that. No, wasn't disrespectful. I don't know what you're mad about." So when the guy turns around and he gets ready to go over because he feels like his woman has been disrespected, I've been disrespected as a man. Now I have to come over and disrespect you physically. would you tell him, oh, nah, baby, don't do that. It ain't even, try to talk him out of it. Or would you just put on your pom poms and be like, yeah, go get him? And he writes, it has to be worthy. Only if a man touches me in a bad way, if he speaks, that's nothing. Okay, okay. So if he was to make all those kind of comments, you're like, that don't mean nothing to me. But now if he actually reaches out and put his hands on you, if he gets physical, then it's time to let the dogs out. Need those kind of women out of our lives. Right. The women, I think that every woman should try her best to discourage her man from fighting at all, because there is nothing good that's going to come out of it. Nothing good. If you fight this man, you or him, or maybe both of you, are going to the hospital. Depending on who the guy is, you or him or both of you could be going to jail. And I said depending on who the guy is, because if he ain't from the streets, he ain't gonna be like, okay, I just took it, so I ain't gonna, he called the cops on you. So you could go to jail, or both of you could go to jail, or whatever, you know, and you could lose your job, lose your family, you can lose all kinds of stuff just, for getting into that. So every woman, if she loves you, she cares anything about you, I think she should try to discourage you from getting into any kind of altercation. But with that being said, if a man puts his hands on you or puts his hands on your woman, I think you should unlock the gates of hell and let the demons flow. That's what I say. Because I'm like, okay, so today you did it in front of me. You put your hands on her in front of me, and I didn't do anything. What are you going to do tomorrow when you see her by herself? I got you. I got you, D-Shine. Oh, you say you need. uh, okay, D-Shine, I see that. But that's my concern. My concern is that man is going to look and say, "Oh, he's mature. He doesn't want to fight me, even though I put my hands on his wife. I get that. He's a peaceful man. He's not going to think that. He's going to think, yo, facts, facts. If he puts his hands on your woman, you need to beat the brakes off him, as D. Shine is saying. But here's my thing. He is going to be like, it's orange juice and vodka, if you have to know. Yes, I drink on this show. But what I was saying is that this dude is not going to think like that. This dude is going to think a multitude of things that's going to cause more problems. Okay, I put my hands on this woman. He didn't say nothing. He didn't do nothing. So maybe he can't say nothing because he's scared, or maybe he can't do nothing. Either way, there's no man in her life to protect her. So I could do whatever the hell I please. That's the danger of not doing nothing if this man goes as far as putting his hands on somebody. So I think if he puts his hands on you, on you or your woman, you have to beat the brakes off him. You just have to, or at least go for it. at least go for it. Because you know what? Even if you go for it and you get your ass stomped out, people will still understand that there's a man in her life that will come for you if you mess with her. That if you cross the line, this dude is gonna come after you. You know what I'm saying? And they have to know that, because they don't know that. They try all kinds of stuff, you know. And for my viewer, one of my viewers here, this is orange juice and it's vitamin C. So leave me alone. So yeah, you have to let these dudes know that, yeah, talking, okay. Maybe you running your mouth, I don't have to do nothing. But hey, what's up, Tony? What's going on? Can't let another man disrespect your wife, period. Those hands will come out. Absolutely right. But wait a minute. Let me ask you this. Are you saying that if he say something out of pocket, the hands still have to come out? Or you talking about if he try to put his hands on her? Or if it doesn't matter, no matter what it is, any kind of disrespect, the hands are gonna fly. The dogs are gonna be loose. I just want a little clarification there. But anyway, thank you for jumping in. Uh, um, where was I? Yes. Okay. Okay. But I agree. You gotta let them know that you just can't do these things and just walk. Because like I said, if you are brave enough to do it in front of me, my wife or girl, my woman ain't got no chance when I'm not around. Okay, Deshaun, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to words, maybe because think about it, you have a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? You have maybe you have your wife, you have your woman, maybe you have kids, maybe you have a good job where you're supporting your family. You know, I mean, if it's words, words gonna be words, right? You have all this going on, and like I said, if you jump on this dude and this dude decide to do the bitch thing and call the police, you could lose out on everything. Because if you put your hands on him because he ran off at his mouth, that's not self defense. So now you might end up going to the box for a little while, and your family gonna have to struggle without you until you get out. Over words. And I understand the disrespect, brothers. I know, because I'm like, hey, listen, I know what you're talking about, but like Deshaun said, sometimes you gotta watch it, because sometimes words ain't worth the whole situation. All right, let's move to the next question. The next question for the ladies again. In fact, not just for the ladies, but men, you could tell me what you think about this or how you think your woman will look at you in this situation. If your man decides to walk away from another man who has disrespected you, how would you feel about that? Right, right. A lot of times you have to think about what happens next. Okay. If it's words, no. Just if you put his hands on her, it's a different. Absolutely, absolutely. If you know what, I'm gonna share this story. If y'all will bear with me for a moment, there was a pastor that had just finished preaching on Sunday morning. Just walked out of church, got his Bible in his hand, his preacher collar on his neck, and he's praising God and walking down the street. He walks into the house, and his youngest daughter sitting on the couch crying. So he asked her, "Yo, what's the matter?" And she said, "The boys on the basketball court scared her. He said, "What do you mean they scared you?" She said, "One of them tried to talk to me, and when I didn't say nothing, he grabbed me by the arm. So I jerked my arm away and I ran home." This preacher, this man of God, this man of the cloth, went into his bedroom. He took off his preacher collar, put it on the side. He closed his Bible, put it on the end table, took off his suit. He put on his denim overalls, put on his Timberland boots, and put on his Scully cap. And he told his daughter, "Come on, we're going back to the park." When he got to the park, he asked her, he said, "Which one is it?" She said, "That guy right there." So he walked up to the guy, and he got so close to the guy that they were breathing the same air right there. And he told the guy, he said, "Listen, I need you to understand something. See that little girl over there?" He said, "That's my daughter." He said, "If you ever so much as look at her again, I will kill you. I mean, I will kill you many ways to Sunday. I will kill you." And I don't mean that metaphorically, I mean that literally. "I will snatch the life out of your body. I will kill you until you are dead." And one of the other basketball players said, "Hey, man, you're a pastor, you're a preacher. You can't talk like that." He said, "Man, listen, it's my family first." He said, "I will kill you to death, and I will kill every one of you on this court and spend eternity in hell before I let you touch my daughter or touch anybody that I love." He said, "Look at me." He said, "Look at me." He said, "You understand what I'm saying?" He said, "I will kill you." He said, "Now I want you to look at my daughter. Get a good look. No, look at, get a good look. Because I want you to remember her. Because if you ever, the next time you look at her again, it will be the last thing you ever see on this earth. And I will spend eternity in hell paying for it. But my family is first." The church was stunned. We didn't know what to say to that story. We just looked at him. But then he turned around. He said, "Listen, I had to make sure that these dudes know that that little girl has a man in her life that will destroy them, that will do anything to protect her. I can't have her walking around these guys thinking that she's all willy nilly by herself. No, if you mess with her, death is coming for you." I needed them to know that. He said, "Because my family is first and foremost before everything. I'll spend eternity in hell before I let you touch my family." And I was like, "That's a fact." And I know many of us can agree with that. All right. So, ladies, if your man decided that he was going to walk away from a fight with a man that disrespected you, how would you feel? Will you still look at him as your champion, your protector, your your guardian? Or would you look at him like, "God damn, this punk ass dude wouldn't even, stand up for me"? Brothers, what do you think? How you think she would look at you? You think she look at it as, "My man is so mature, he is so in control of his feelings and himself that even though that man disrespected me, he walked away and I'm so proud of him"? Or do you think she will be like, "I can't believe this punk ass husband of mine let this man put his hands on me and he ain't do nothing"? Talk to me, brothers and sisters. Let me know. Absolutely, absolutely. But you know what, Tony? Let me ask you this: How you think your family would look at you if a man physically disrespected your wife, your daughter, your family, and you decided, I'm not gonna do anything about it? What do you think? You think they would take a high road and say, my man is so mature, he handled that right. He didn't want to do it. Or you think they'd be like, oh, this punk ass husband or father of mine let this man do this and he ain't do nothing? Which way you think your family would take it? Inquiring minds want to know. And D Star, what about you? Yes, because I will be able to go home in peace, not to the hospital, jail, or worse. Well, first of all, we don't know how it's going to turn out. Okay, all right. And yeah, and of course, with that, there's a level of respect that they would lose for you if they're like, yo. And I'm like saying, after it's physical, depends on who your wife is. That's a fact, D Star. D Shine. That's a definite fact. Well, D Shine, I'm gonna say this: if you are in a relationship with somebody, what about your lady? Would your lady say, D Shine, you took the high road, I'm proud of you? Or would she say, this punk ass boyfriend or husband of mine didn't do anything? And you know what? I was talking about this and it was funny. But what if you and your lady was walking down the block and your lady turned around and says, "Hey, that dude just grabbed my ass." And you said, "Yo, who is it?" And you turned around and it was like freaking Lennox Lewis or Evander Holyfield or Tyson or some dude like that. You know, would that change the story? No, she's a low key thug. So before I can do anything, she's already popping off. Okay, okay. Now, but my question that was funny is that, would it make a difference to you, or do you think it would make a difference to her if she said that dude grabbed my ass and you turned around and you was like, yo, and the guy turned around and it was Holyfield or Lennox Lewis or Tyson or somebody like that, or you turned around and the guy was there, but he had like 10, 15 boys with him. And you was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna walk away from this one because I got the check, but I don't think the bank's gonna be open. Do you think that she would still be like, oh, a punk ass husband or boyfriend of mine, or you think she'd be like, okay, there was 10 of them, so I get it? What do you think? Does who it is that disrespected make a difference at all? you, you just got your ass touched. Facts. Facts. But there's some guys that be like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to take a chance. No way I'm feeling to fight 15 definitely. But you know what? There are some people that would say, I don't care if it's 15, 20, 30 guys. I don't care if they're all kickboxing champions. It could be Mike Tyson, Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, John Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal. It could be the whole bunch of them. They just gonna have to kill me. Yeah, yeah. You gotta know your odds, but So you're not the dude to be like, nah, y'all just gonna have to kill me. Y'all just gonna have to kill me because I don't care. You're not that dude? Oh, I'm not hearing from Tony here. Tony, we, does it matter who it is? Facts. Facts. You run. Wow. Okay, okay. But I mean, it's 10, 15 guys and whatnot. You couldn't let that one go until, I don't know, because Bruce Lee was only on TV, because in real life he couldn't beat 10 guys at one time. I don't care what they say. So, because for me, I tell you, for me, I'm looking at the guy who did it, and I'm going, okay, okay, y'all got this one, y'all got this one. No, 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 we're good. No, you enjoy that touch. You good. You good. I get my family home, and tomorrow, because I'm gonna be so pissed off at home, I'm probably gonna have a drink or two. But tomorrow, sometimes pride has a step. Pride has to go to sleep in order for you to live the next day. This is true, but like I'm saying, I'm gonna look at the one who did it. Okay, okay. No, 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 no. Hey, listen, I don't got no beef with y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't even mean to turn around. Y'all got this one. No, I got no, no. I apologize. You need some money to get here. You got some, y'all got it. Y'all good. But tomorrow, next week, next month. I'm gonna see you sooner or later. And when I see you, you ain't gonna be with your goon squad. And when you're not with your goon squad, I am going to beat you to death. Then I'm going to pray for your body to be resurrected and beat you to death again. So you get beat to death twice. Once for disrespecting my woman or my family. Second one for hurting my feelings because I had to walk away. Just joking. I'm going to tell my wife to run as fast as you can and don't look back. Yo, that is real talk. That is real talk. I just did a video about women getting into in the way of men fighting. If something is about to go down, like it's getting ready to happen, ladies, get out of the way because we love you. There is no way we can defend ourselves and you at the same time. So if it's about to happen, get your ass out of the way. You want to do something? Call my family, call my friends, call the police, call anybody you think that can help me. But you get the hell out of there. Because if you're in there, then I'm going to have to try to protect you and protect me at the same time. And I can't win like that. I'm definitely going to lose. And it's going to be worse. So if it pops off, if it goes down, get the hell out of the way. And if you want to do something, call somebody that can help me. But you being there in the way in between me and this dude trying to figure out our differences is not going to help. You're going to get me killed. But that's the truth. Oh, what is this? Okay. So yeah, we gotta be careful. Y'all see this? I'm up here drinking. It's not a lot of vodka in the orange juice, just a little bit. I'm an old man now. I can't be drinking like I did when I was 15 Oh, I wasn't drinking at 15. I didn't start drinking till 21. Anyway, was that the last question? Or was there another question? Okay, she said that was the last question. I have someone controlling all the questions. Uh and she does a marvelous job. I'm glad she's here working with me. Y'all know who it is. I ain't gotta explain it. But anyway, do you think this is expected of us from our ladies? That even though they say they want to be equal and independent, they strong and all of that stuff or whatever, do you think like on the inside that's all BS? That they still look for us to stand tall? The question, another question that I had put, I don't think I put it up. I didn't put up that question. Is how far does the guy have to go being disrespectful before you have to lay his ass out? And would it ever come to the point where you are, like Tony said, like Tornell said, looking at spending the rest of your life in jail because you're going to have to kill somebody? Like if the guy says something slick, something out of pocket, and you decide, whatever, you walk away. And then he starts following you in her, and he's continually running his mouth. Those are still just words. But at that point, is it like, okay, I can't let this go? And when is it all pride and no protection? That's a good question, brothers. When does it become all pride and no protection? Whereas I gotta do something because I feel like he's challenging me. So I gotta do something. It ain't got nothing to do with, it no longer has anything to do with my wife, my woman. It has nothing to do with her being disrespected. It has nothing to do with her being upset or disturbed or anything. Now the whole story is, yo, as a man, for pride's sake, I can't let this rock. I have to come and put these hands on you. And depending on how deep my pride is hurt, might have to come over there and cash in your insurance. When do we know the difference between pride and protection? How much of that, yo, that nigga die. That dude's gotta go. Yo, I'm gonna beat him to death. How much of that is protection and how much of that is pride? Hmm, interesting. Wow, we're already 45 minutes into the story. What is going on here? Time is flying. The pride of a man sometimes get them to a bad path. This is so true. Sometimes we could simply avoid so much stuff just by skipping the pride and just let it go. But because we're men, we're hardwired to be like, I will not be disrespected. I mean, that Chris Rock thing was I don't know how Chris didn't do anything. You know, I just don't know because I'm like, even if I was scared of you, even if I was, even if I knew how this was going to turn out bad for me, I can't let you just do something to me and just walk away. If I walked into a group and there was 10 guys there, and one of the guys decided he was going to just assault me, well, y'all just going to have to get me. I can't just stand there and let you do stuff. I'm going to go for mine. I ain't going to win against 10 guys, but I ain't going to stand there and just let it happen. Men have to be careful with that. Protecting your family can also, it can be also not doing anything. Wow. Yo, you're not the first person that told me that this whole thing was a con for Chris Rock's sales. I don't know. Cause I saw them show Chris Rock at in Boston. He looked like he was missing some teeth. But anyway, but anyway, listen. Here's my thoughts on the whole matter. Whenever you're out and about and anything poses a threat to you or your family, you must respond to the level of the threat and to that level only. Right. Sometimes protection means you don't have to fight. I agree. I hear you, Tony. Um, so my final thoughts are this: whenever you're out and about and there is a threat to you or your family, you must respond to the level of that threat. What I mean by that is simply this: if a man is talking out his mouth, that's non physical. So any non physical behavior you respond with, I would prefer you responded with none of it and just ignore the idiot because it's just it's words, it's verbal. But if you decide to respond, you are to respond in a non physical manner. That's what I mean by uh, uh, responding to the level of the threat. He's talking trash. That's it. That does not require physical response. If this man escalates or attempt, not even you, because you're not even going to touch my family. If this man reaches the height that he attempts to put his hands on me, my wife, or my family, or anything like that, then that requires, listen to what I'm saying, that requires a physical response because he has to understand that she's protected when I'm here. And if I'm not here and you try something, I'm coming to get you. He has to know that she has a man in her life that will lose it all to protect the ones he loves. He's got to know that. Now, in these two categories, you have to judge for yourself the level of response. Okay. Not every level of response require that you end up spending 25 to life in prison. Not every level of response mean that people have to lose life and limbs. But you have to determine the level of response and respond accordingly because your family has to be protected, and it's our job to protect them. I am EJ80 Proof. This is relationships. This is our live event. Remember, like I told you, go to www.ej80proof. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have many, many videos where I've talked about a multiplicity of different topics. And I hope it entertains you and educates you and elevates you and all of that good stuff. Facts. Facts. Well, this is relationships. I'm EJ80 Proof. Thank you for joining me in the live. What am I? 51 minutes. I usually just go 45, but wait. I just thought about something before I leave. Have any of you have any of you been in that situation before? Now, don't rat on yourself. Don't snitch on yourself. But have you ever found yourself in a position where you had to determine the best way to defend your family, and it was like you were stuck between jumping on this dude or jumping on whatever was threatening your family or just walking away from it. Hmm. It's funny that we are challenged every day, you know, because as men we have a responsibility. Yeah, Tony. Okay, okay. You know, and it's horrible. It's horrible. Y'all don't know how horrible it is. You know, because we have to take the front line, and we don't know what's out there. We don't know what's going on. This man could be the biggest Pee Wee Herman punk in the world, or he could be a demon like Tyson. I mean, maybe he got hands, or maybe he got guns. Who knows? But we got to take the front line because if you have gotten if my wife is hurt, it's because I'm already dead. If my kids are hurt, it's because me and my wife is dead. You understand what I'm saying? So when you approach me and I'm with my family, when you try to push through my door, when you try to run up on whatever, you're gonna meet me first. And the only way you get into them is through me. And I'm here to tell you, it ain't gonna go the way you think. Okay? It ain't gonna go the way you think. It ain't gonna be an easy win. This check is gonna take 10 to 15 business days to clear. So anyway, with that being said, once again, EJ80 Proof, I'm out. Thanks for watching. Hmm, wow. Orange juice and vodka. That's crazy.